Hello and welcome to a special program on NewsX brought to you by DafaNews. Well, in a record-breaking performance, India crushed Sri Lanka by 302. I'll repeat it again, 302 runs, marking their largest World Cup victory, surpassing a 16-year-old record set against Bermuda in 2007. This win secures India's top spot in the World Cup with 7 consecutive victories and 14 points in 7 matches. India set a season-high score of 367 for 8. 357 for 8 at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai and bowled out Sri Lanka for just 55 runs. Mohammad Shami claimed 5 wickets and Mohammad Siraj took 3 and Jasprit Bumrah and Ravindra Jadeja secured 1 wicket each. Despite strong performances of Shubman Gill, 92, Virat Kohli 88 and Shreyas Iyer, well, new kid on the block again, 82 runs, narrowly missed centuries. This victory ensures India's place in the semi-final while Sri Lanka run rate dipped with only 2 wins in 6 matches and 4 points. Their path to the top 4 becomes impossible even if they win their next 3 matches. Turning on to today's match is Afghanistan, but right now, before we get on to that, let's talk to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma and welcome him and ask him that pertinent question. Sir, did you see the ball-to-ball demolition of India against Sri Lanka last night? Because I know you didn't. Well, we can't. Sir, we can't hear you. It seems we cannot hear you. There seems to be some technical, there seems to be some technical glitch right now. But I'll come to Tasneem. Tasneem, what was the latest last night? What is the entire? Just give a recap before I come to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma.
Yeah, definitely. Good morning to you all. Thanks for just, coming out here and just hearing what we have to say. And I personally believe that there's not much you can actually say about yesterday's game. India just came in and they completely just ran over Sri Lanka last night like they were non-existent. They showed us a basic of what we've been mentioning about seam bowlers just literally pitching up the ball and causing problems. And that's what they came out and did. They bowled good length 80% of the time from their seam bowlers. The 3 of them just racking up wickets at the top of the order. We've seen Jadeja just about managing to come to the party and claiming 1 wicket for himself, but 9 wickets completely falling to seam bowling. So I think it was a brilliant display from them with the ball. They showed what happens if you just put it out there and give batsmen the opportunity to make the mistakes.
I think it was a great toss to lose. Now we'll go back to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, who's there looking absolutely fresh in the morning. Sir, how was last night?
Yeah, it was wonderful. We celebrated India's victory. And it was a big win, Sunil, thumping victory, I would say. The margin of the victory has taken India's run rate also very good, and that has benefited us for the match against South Africa also. So it was a totally dominating performance by India, and it showed that this is the best team in this tournament, and by far this is the best team, whether you take it in batting or bowling. They showed that they are the best, and they have been doing so well. Everybody is performing, and I'm really happy for Shreyas Iyer because he was struggling a bit, but he really played well, and so it is all it is important that everybody is in form now. You name anybody and he's there for you to perform, whether it is bowlers or batsmen. So now India has got nothing to worry about. They have all their sections.
Absolutely. Sir, we've discussed about various team combination. Let's just talk about the batting lineup. We've got a Shreyas Iyer who comes back after an injury. You've got Shubman Gill who comes on after a little bout of illness. You have another injured player sitting in the dugout, and Shami was also kept out. So if you see, Bumrah was also injured at some stage in his career this year. So, but when you see like that, do you think Indians, they have a knack of getting injured, but when they come back stronger?
Yeah, and I must give credit to BCCI for this, Sunil, because they have set up the NCA, and rehab is brilliant there, and NCA is doing great work for Indian cricket in rehab. So whosoever gets injured goes to NCA directly, and they really take care of him, and they make them match fit, which is important,
Right.
So that is why they come back strongly, and it is a happy news for India that we are getting less injuries, and whosoever is getting injuries, they have been taken care very well by BCCI and NCA.
Sir, we've looked at Shreyas Iyer, the aggressor. He walks in with not great many runs under his belt, and he knows when Pandya comes in, either he or Surya Kumar Yadav will have to cool and sit in the bench. But he comes in and he plays like a demolition man kind of an attack. He takes it to the cleaners, and he hits the big boundaries, and perhaps one of the biggest sixes of the World Cup thus far. What is going in the mind of a player who's just coming from that kind of patch?
Sunil, you see, he's a brilliant player, and
Yes.
he was playing his home turf.
Yes.
He has played all his cricket at this wicket, and he knows the wicket, he knows the ground in and out, everything. And he had a point to prove that what class he has, which he showed yesterday. That people are questioning his ability. And yesterday he showed what class he has. That is why he is at number 4. We have been searching number 4 for last so many years. And after that, we zeroed in at Shreyas Iyer. And now, he was struggling a bit, but he has to prove a point that, yes, I'm the best at number 4, which he showed yesterday.
Absolutely. There was another player who showed his class yet again. Third match, and takes a fifer. I think our romance with Shardul Thakur should now wait and get this great bowler who's taken 3 times fifer, who's got the best World Cup analysis, the best figures in this. It's Mohammad Shami. Your view, sir?
From the day one, Sunil, I have been saying
Yes.
that our number 1 bowler. I'm saying number 1 ahead of Bumrah, I'm saying. And I've always maintained this because he's a wicket taker. He just bowls that nagging length and line, which is very difficult for any batsman to counter. He has got tremendous bouncer. He has got good Yorker. So the way he lands the seam, that is remarkable. If you see, I remember only Anderson or Sean Pollock bowling like that, with such a brilliant seam position. And the way he runs in and bowls is fantastic to watch, and he's a wicket taker. He's an aggressive bowler, and he's an experienced campaigner. You can't make him sit outside just for sake of few runs, thinking that somebody else will come and will contribute with a few runs if required. That much batting he can also do. But what class he has, he can run through any side in this world, in any format. I'm saying in any format, in test matches, in T20 and in one days. So he's a super bowler. You can't make him sit outside.
Well, we look at his bowling statistics. He's taken the most 5-wicket hauls as an Indian bowler. He's taken thrice at the World Cup. Kapil Dev has taken once. Venkatesh Prasad has taken once. Robin Singh, Ashish Nehra, Yuvraj, they've all taken once. But you need a player like that who's taken it on 3 occasions. We move on to the next part of it and understand where we are in terms of the matches, in terms of Mohammad Shami's performance. Look at it. He's become the highest wicket taker in this World Cup procedure throughout, and the number of matches that he's played is also significantly less. He's at number 45, Zahir Khan at 44, Javagal Srinath again at 44. If you move on to the next, you'll get to know how this man has constructed his innings and his career. Sir, one question comes to our mind. We'll hold it here. Sir, one question comes to our mind. When a player goes through such a bad patch or lack of confidence from the skipper, how does he take it, sir? What are the mental part to it, and how does he take it, sir?
No, sometimes it is difficult, but you can't blame the captain or the coach for this, because they have to balance the side,
Right.
And at times they think that our tail should not be very long, because our 2-3 batsmen like Siraj, Bumrah, Kuldeep Yadav, they don't bat. So you can't blame the coach or the captain also, because they have to balance the team, because thinking that after Jadeja, there are 4 players who can't even score 10 or 15 runs. So they have to balance the side. But looking at that, Shami is a seasoned campaigner. He understands the need of the team, and it is always horses for the courses, So he understands that problem. But when he comes back, he showed what metal he is, and what class he has got, and that is what he has shown in this tournament also. That whenever I'll come back, I'll show that what I am capable of doing.
Absolutely, what you're capable of doing. What you have here, we've done enough of our discussion on the batting. Let's look at batting as well. Sorry, that was on bowling. Let's look at Indian performance, most 50s, how and where we are at this point. Tasneem.
Yeah, definitely. So what this literally will tell you, Virat Kohli currently at the top with 550s so far, 550s plus score in the World Cup so far. But everybody on this table currently sitting on 5. This will tell you that this World Cup is about scoring runs. You have the guys like Shami that are out here taking 5ers, and they get big credit for that because guys are out here hitting runs. Guys are out here accumulating 50s every single time. Virat Kohli sitting here, this has actually led him into creeping into the top 10. He's currently sitting at number two on the top 10. He was 4th yesterday before the match.
That's correct. So it's a good news that India has 2 of the batters in the top 5 list with great accumulation of runs. Of course, the other is Rohit Sharma. We move on to the next and understand where we are and what the chart throws up on us. Well, it is a great sign when you have 2 of the best batters like here. Again, Shubman Gill is also a big round of applause to Shubman Gill. He's become the fastest to score 2,000 runs for India. Of course, he's taken 38 innings to score 2,000 runs. We had Navjot Singh Sidhu at 52, Shikhar Dhawan at 48, Saurav Ganguly at 52. We had Shreyas Iyer at 48, Virat Kohli at 53. So, when you see someone with that capability and that trajectory scoring at highest run rates, I think it's a birth of a new star. Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, I'd like to come on to you and ask you a bit about Shubman Gill, sir.
You rightly said, Sunil, he is the next big star of Indian cricket.
Right.
Because he has got the potential, he has got the temperament, he has got the technique. So, I mean, the way he's playing, he's just dominating the game, and he has the capability of doing so. Few shots which he hit off the back foot are just a treat to watch. He has got brilliant control on cut and pull, especially, and he plays fearless cricket. So I think he's the next big thing in Indian cricket, and surely what he has done has been remarkable in this particular year. And he's the fastest to get 2,000 runs for India. So that is not a mean feat, that is a big achievement. And as I said, we'll hear a lot about him in the coming years.
Absolutely. He's in a top gear himself. Again, when you look at the most 50 runs partnership, again, this is very important because this tells you where the top 4 teams are. Tasneem, just take us through of course, your favorite side on this team at number 16. Go on.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been mentioning time and time again that the teams that are going to win the most games are the ones that accomplish to build 2 or more 50s as well as 150 partnership run as well to solidify your innings. And
yesterday we saw 3 big 50s. They were about to be hundreds, but that's what you need when you need to put a total of 350 par per innings. Go on.
Definitely. So South Africa sitting on 16 right now, but India creeping up rapidly behind them on 15. This before yesterday's game was sitting at 13. They had a 182 run partnership yesterday, as well as 250 run partnerships below the order.
Right.
Hence the reason why they got to 358 yesterday.
Absolutely.
Sri Lanka not far behind, Pakistan at 12, in tied place with New Zealand. Australia trying to give some competition to everything. They're creeping behind everything. They're creeping at the back of the table, trying to hold on to that 4th spot as well. And they're trying to keep their name up there in the rankings as well.
Well, when you look at this entire chart of 6 teams, it tells you that South Africa at number 16, 50 run plus partnership, India at 15, Sri Lanka at 13, Pakistan at 12, New Zealand surprisingly at the bottom at 5th at 12, 50 run partnerships, and then you have Australia with just 11. So what does it highlight? Does it highlight the health of the batting lineup, that you've got batters, you lose wickets, but you still get on to the 50 run partnership? Your view, sir?
Look, in cricket, it is always said that if you want to build a big score, you need a partnership. And that is the basic of the game, that you have to build partnership to score big score, and that is what in India and South Africa has been doing so well. And their top order is complementing each other. It is about the partnership, like how the two players complement each other, how they run in between the wickets, how they play, if somebody is dominating, the other play the second fiddle part. So that is important in a partnership, that both the players complement each other, and that is what is happening for India with if you see Indian opening pair Shubman and Rohit, then Rohit and Virat, or Shubman and Virat. I mean, they are really complementing each other. They know their partner. If their partner is dominating, they are just trying to give them a strike. So it is all about partnership. And Sunil, I must say that it is not only in batting that partnership matters. It is in the bowling also. If the pressure is built on in bowling from both the sides, then only you get wickets. Because if you leak runs from one side and the other side somebody is bowling well, there is no pressure on the batsman, because he can always put pressure on the other side. So partnerships are the basics of the game, whether it is batting or bowling.
Well, absolutely. We have a good game coming up, which is very evenly matched, Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. And this is about Afghanistan facing Netherlands right now. And I want to ask you a question, sir. This is an evenly balanced team. What do you think will happen today? Because considering both of them are looking at the top 8 slot and they want to make their stamp on this World Cup. Sir, your views?
Look, both have performed really well, and I mean, they have played out of their skin and proved that they are capable of defeating any big side. They are not nervous. They are just enjoying their World Cup campaign, especially if you look at Afghanistan. I mean, they have done wonders here, and they are looking ahead. They are looking for the semi-final berth.
Yes.
So it is going to be a good match, but I think if Afghanistan, the way they are playing, I think they will dominate this game, and they'll have an edge over Netherlands.
Absolutely. They'll dominate the game. That is the prediction. Let's look at Netherlands as well. Where do they stand this time? It's an interesting side. Well, you have some words for the previous batter from Afghanistan?
Yeah, definitely. So Mohammad Nabi, just a few key highlights to put out there for you as well. Mohammad Nabi needs 2 more sixes to reach 100 sixes in his career as well. There's a few things going on today. Vikram Singh needs 12 more runs to complete 1,000 runs, as well as Ramat Sahar needs 95 to become the 4th Afghanistan batter to reach 4,000 international runs. I just want to highlight for you what they look like head to head against each other. So these teams have played each other 9 times on the World Cup stage. Afghanistan winning 7 of those times and just 2 for the Netherlands. But something that sticks out for me, I've been listening to a couple of interviews from both teams on both ends, and their captains are not out here fighting for a Champions Trophy spot. They still have hopes of making it into the top 4. They're all fighting for a semi-final spot.
Look at their mind. Look at the mind of these guys. Quickly, we'll wrap up with the Afghanistan, where do they stand, because they are slightly on the cusp of making it to the semi-final. So let's read this and we'll end our show with Afghanistan being on top. Just talk about it.
Yeah, so Afghanistan, currently they've got 3 wins under their belt right now. They're sitting at number 6 on the log as well, and they'll definitely be looking. They know if they win their next 3 games, there's a very high chance that they can cause an upset for Australia in the top of the table as well.
Before I wrap up, I'll take a quick word on Afghanistan from Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Mr. Sharma, last 3 matches, they've defeated the 3 World Cup champions, whether it's England, Pakistan, or Sri Lanka. What would be going in their mind? And considering, Ajay Jadeja really well, tell me, what is the kind of strategy he would be devising?
Well, today is the match where they would like to dominate, because they have been high on confidence. Their morale is up, beating 3 previous world champions, And at World Cup stage, if they are doing so well, Sunil, so they are enjoying their game, and that is what Ajay would always tell them, that you just go and just express yourself. You are playing tremendous cricket. Keep the same momentum going. And I think momentum is totally with Afghanistan, and I'm totally sure that they'll dominate this game also, and they'll win with big margin.
Well, on that note, that the momentum is with Afghanistan. We've looked at the highlights, we've looked at the stats, we've looked at the possibilities of statistics on which way or which balance this game is going to shift on. Well, that's all we had time for. I thank my guest, Tasneem Granger, the international player from Zimbabwe, and Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, the acclaimed coach of Virat Kohli. That's all we had time for.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.